this video, we are going to see how our approval process is going to work with the standard setup wizard we have actually configured in the previous video, right? So in this video, we're going to see the approval process, whatever we have configured in the previous video, how it is going to work with the two levels of approval. Okay, so let us see how it's going to work. Let us just go to the users first. Okay, let us log in as Preeti. Okay, let us log in as Preeti and let us create one record. Okay, fine. So I have logged into the Preeti's org. So here, what am I going to do is I'm going to create a new record now. Okay, new opportunity record. So what is the requirement is we are going to check the approval process, what we have created in the previous video, a two-level approval process, right? So for the two level of approvals, we need to create the record accordingly. Okay, so which will fall into that category. Okay, so what is the criteria we have given is if it is going to be greater than 1 lakh, manager approval is going to be enough. But if it is going to be above 10 lakhs, then CEO's approval is mandatory, right? So we are going to create a record, so which will fall into this particular category, which can go to the both the level of approval. So to the manager and to the CEO also. Okay, so I'm going to give the name, say for example, Matrix Fabric Exporters. Okay, some name I'm giving, a company name, and then I'm going to give the amount. So my amount should be something higher than the 10 lakhs, right? So I'm going to give 35 lakhs. Okay, so this opportunities amount is going to be above 35 lakhs, which will be falling into the category or criteria which goes to the CEO's approval, right? So only these type of records will go to the CEO's approval. So I'm purposefully creating a record like that. Okay, so the close date, I'm going to mention something, and the state should be negotiation review, right? So this is the basic criteria we have set in the approval process to get the CEO's approval. Okay, we are going to see how this two level of approval is going to work. Okay, so let us save this now. Okay, and we have created a record now. Okay, now let us just submit this for approval. Okay, so let us submit to approval now. So please approve very high value opportunity. Okay, so this is the comment I'm going to give here. Okay, so you can see the approval history below here in the related list. Okay, you can see here. So the record is being submitted and it is waiting for the manager's approval. Okay, now let us just log out of Preeti and let us first see whether Steve has received the request or not. Okay. So let us go to the QWERTY approval process app here. Okay. So here you can see in the items to approve, you will be having the approval request, pending approval request, right? So here in the approval request object also, you'll be able to see the request. Okay, so this is the request, right? So this we can click here and see the data about this particular record. Okay, so who is the person assigned, all those information. Okay, the actual approver and assigned to. Okay, and who is the opportunity owner and what is the submitter comments. All those things will be here. So here also you can approve. Okay, we have also got one more option in the home also. From here also you'll be able to approve the record. Okay, so let me approve from here. So I'm going to click approve. Okay, so approved. That is the message I'm passing here, comment. Okay, let us approve here. Okay, so automatically you're having a pop-up message says that operation performed with inactive user. Okay, so the thing is CEO. Okay, what is happening here is only the manager approval is not enough for us, right? Because the amount of the opportunity is going to be about 10 lakhs. Okay, it is actually 34 lakhs. Okay, so here what happens is automatically once the Steve is actually approving this record is going for the next level of approval. Who is the next level of approver is actually the CEO. Okay, automatically once Steve is approving, it is actually searching for the active user. Okay, the CEO is the next user, right? It is seeing whether he is active or not. Okay, so in your user, you can see here he is not active. Okay, he is not active. Okay, so let us do one thing. Let us just activate him by deactivating the Preeti. Okay, so this is why the approval process will automatically go for the next level of approval. Okay, so once Steve is actually approving the record, it is actually automatically routed to the next approver. Okay, in our case, we have configured in the approval process that our next level of approver is actually the CEO. Okay, so, and the takeaway point is only active approvers will get the approval request. Okay, so let us just go and refresh this page again. Okay, so here let us try to approve now. Okay, so once Steve is approving, okay, let us actually see the profile. Steve is approving the record. Okay, Steve is approving the record. Once he approves this record, automatically this approval is done for the first level. Okay, it goes to the next level of approval to the CEO. Okay, let us now just type the comments. And you can see here the opportunity is approved by Steve. Okay, Steve has approved the opportunity. Now let us log in again as Preeti and check whether the status of the field has been changed or not, or else it is still waiting for the approval. Okay, let us just deactivate the user, CEO, and let us check the record. Okay, let us just deactivate him and let us just activate Preeti again. So this deactivating and activating is actually the task for us, right? So let us activate it again. And now I'm going to log in as Preeti. Okay. Now we are going to check what happened to the record. Okay. It got the first level of approval, right? Let us see whether the record is being editable or not. What happened to the status of the record? All those things we are going to check now. Okay. So let's click the record now. Okay, in this, let us go to the details and see the approval status first. Okay, you can see the approval status, though manager has approved the record. Okay, manager had already approved the record. Steve has already approved the record. Still, the status is in pending. It is waiting for the CEO's approval also. Okay, so you can see the approval history also below. You can see here, initially the approval request was submitted by Preeti. Okay, and manager has approved it. Okay, and then you can see here now the record is waiting for the CEO's approval. Okay, you can see here it is pending, still it is pending. We haven't approved by logging inside the CEO's org. Okay, so this is how we have actually achieved the two level of approval, right? So first level is with the manager and second level is the CEO. Okay, so still the record is in the lock mode only. If you try to edit something, okay, so the record will still be in the not editable mode. Okay, because we haven't, this record is not yet being approved. Okay, so now what are we going to do is we are going to log out. Okay, this record is not yet approved. Okay, so we need the CEO's approval. Let us log out of this sales rep Preeti's record. And this record needs one more level of approval from the CEO. Okay, so let us just deactivate Preeti again. Okay, let us deactivate edit Preeti and deactivate her. And let us activate now the CEO, because the CEO is already have received the approval request. Okay, from the next level approval we are going to do now. Okay, let us save this. And now we will log in as the CEO. Okay, now we have logged in as CEO. Let us see whether he has received the approval request or not. Okay, so we are in the CEO's org. You can see here in the top, we are in the CEO's org. You can see here the items to approve, it is showing up the matrix fabric exporters, and it is waiting for the approval from the CEO. Okay, you can also check the approval request here. Okay, you can see the previous some comment of this particular record also. Okay, so you can see here all those information. Okay, see, you can see here previous approver comments also it will be visible for you here. Okay, so Steve has already approved, right? So this is the previous approver comments this particular manager can see from here. Okay, so now we will just approve this record. Okay, let us approve this record. Okay, So let us just click the drop down and we are going to approve. So now this approval is from the CEO. Okay, approval is from the CEO. Let us approve this. Okay, so approved. So this is the final approver. Okay, he is the final approver, right? So now the record is approved. Let us log out as CEO and let us check the record now. Okay. So CEO has approved our record. And let us deactivate the CEO. So in order to log in as Preeti, we have to deactivate the CEO again. Okay. Let me do that quickly. And let me edit Preeti and activate her. So now let us log in as Preeti and see what is the status of the record now. Okay. So let us log in as Preeti. Fine. So let us click this matrix fabric exporters and let's see whether we are able to edit the record and what happened to the approval status. All those things we are going to check now. Okay. Let us go to the details and first check the approval status. What is the approval status we are going to check now? Okay. So you can see here now only the record is approved. Okay. Now only the record is approved because it was waiting for the CEO's approval, right? So now if you scroll down to the approval history, you can see here the manager has approved. Okay. And then CEO also has approved the record. Okay. So in this way, we have achieved the two level of approval process. Okay. So we have actually got the approval from the manager and also from the CEO. Okay. So this is how the multiple approval process will work. Okay. So if you have multiple approval steps, this is how it will be working. Okay. So now sales rep Preeti will be able to change this record to closed one. Okay. So as I told you in the previous video, you can just apply the flow here to automate this process also. Okay. Now she is able to make this record a closed one for a high value opportunity. Okay. So this is how the approval process works. Okay. With multiple approvers. Okay. I hope this concept is clear, right? So let us meet in the next video. Okay. Thank you.
If you are interested to learn Salesforce, visit AJ Skill Development website. There you can find our course curriculum and you can come to know about the list of courses we are offering. We are offering Salesforce Administrator and Salesforce Development courses. To know about us and the team, you can visit our About Us section. This is an organization we are doing Salesforce training from 2018 and we have trained and guided 2000 plus candidates so far. And if you also want to know about our placement assistance, visit our placement assistance section where you can find the list of people and the category. You can see the list of people who got trained and placed from our side. You can also visit their LinkedIn pages to get to know about our training and also the feedback from the relevant trainees. Okay. And also if you want to do the course inquiry, click on contact us. You will see the form. You can fill the form and submit the inquiry. Our team will get back to us. Thank you.